Needham High girls hockey had quite the rhythm going into their biggest matchup of the season last week. Before facing off with Braintree on February 9th, the Rockets had won 3 in a row by a combined score of 20-1. Goals were not going to be easy to come by, however, in their game with the Womps, and the winner would have the inside track to capturing the Bay State Herget Division title. So we head to Babson Arena. Goaltenders busy early on. A battle in the corner leads to a centering pass. Shot saved and covered up by Rocket goalie Kenzie Kelly. A couple minutes later, Juliette Barney's turn. She jumps out to deny Charlotte Tolman of the opportunity. Midway through the period, Womps get a breakout chance. Allie DeCoste centers to Maggie Doherty. Kelly, though, punches away the wrister with her blocker. Later on, another dangerous pass out front from Braintree. Kelly slides over to Rob Delia Lee. Late in the period, a turnover in their own end does the Rockets in. Lee picks off the pass in stride. Her shot from the right circle slips through the 5-hole. Braintree takes a 1-0 lead into the intermission. Early in the second period, pass along the boards, jumps over every Rockets stick. Abby Holland there with the breakaway for the Womps, but Kelly swallows up the shot. Shortly after that, Braintree has it behind the net. Kelly right on top of the pass out front as she turns aside Olivia McGuire right there. Midway through the period, Braintree, a 2-on-1 DeCoste to Holland. Kenzie Kelly gets just enough to tip it up and over the net. Still a 1-0 score into the third period. 5 minutes into that final period, Womps add to their lead. Lee backhand pass to Stella Shea. Shot clanging off the side of the post and in. Rockets get some hope less than a minute later. Celia Bliskowski skates deep to the corner, centers it to Maddie Foster. The sophomore beats Barney Needham back within 1. However, with about 6:30 to go, Braintree ices this one. Abby Holland, breakaway opportunity. She goes wide and roofs one over Kelly's shoulder. Braintree comes into Babson and hands Needham their first home loss of the season by a final of 3-1. Kenzie Kelly finishes with 22 saves in net for the Rockets. Girls have a busy weekend coming up as they face Westwood on February 15th before hosting Wellesley on the 17th. The winter sports regular season heading down its final stretch with the postseason nearly upon us. Girls hockey, they're going to the playoffs, and so are the boys basketball team. Rockets leading the Bay State Herget Division and had won 4 in a row since falling to Cary Division leader Brookline back on January 25th. Behind the undefeated Warriors in the Cary standings, that would be the Rockets' opponents on senior night, February 13th, the Newton North Tigers. First matchup in the newly renovated A-Gym for these two big rivals. First quarter, Thomas Andre with the steal for Newton North. He takes it for 2 to break a tie, 5-3 Tigers. Still a 2-point deficit as Needham works it around to Will Dorian, who lets a high 3 go, and it drops. Big game for Dorian. This was just his first basket put Needham up. Tigers back on top by 1. Andre takes it around Will Foley for 2. Then Andre, a 3-ball in the corner pocket right in front of the Needham bench. Andre with 10 of the Tigers' 16 points in the first. They led it 16-12 after 1. In the second, Dorian with a foul line jumper that goes in and out, but Christian Rufo there for the reverse putback. Needham cuts the deficit to 2. It's back to 4 with less than a minute until halftime. Rufo from long distance connects to make it a 1-point game. 3 seconds to go. Tigers on the inbound. Tyson Duncan gets behind every Rocket defender and scores. Newton North on top 23-20 at the break. Third quarter, Needham trailed by as many as 8, but responded after Coach Lanner called the timeout. First, Jack Idelson makes a few nice moves on his way to the hoop for 2. Then it's Dorian again, just over a minute to go in the third, pulls up on the J. That's good, 2 more of his game-high 32. Newton North up 1 after 3, but it's a tie game in the fourth when Duncan drives in and makes a tough shot in the lane. Tigers up 2 again. Then off a Needham miss, Rufo had the rebound, but it's taken away by Khalil Lofton, who scores for 2 more. Needham on an inbound pass throws it away. Ezra Pemstein all by himself. Newton North had a 6-point lead with 20 seconds to go, but Pemstein couldn't ice it from the free throw line. Rufo with the rebound. Kyle Sullivan takes it up, gets it back to Rufo, who drains the 3 from downtown. Unbelievable. What a comeback by Needham. A tie game, and we're going to overtime. Tigers up 2 in the extra period when Kyle Sullivan picks a good time to get his first points of the game. A 3-pointer puts the Rockets up by 1. At the other end, though, Tigers answer with Andre. A 3-pointer puts Newton North back on top. Rockets would tie it at 56, but then it's Andre again. 2 of his team high 25 in the game. So Needham down 3 with 3 seconds to go. Rufo's pass goes out of bounds. Rockets say it was tipped, but you can't really tell from our angle, and that is it. 63-58, the final in overtime. Rockets fall to 12-5. They'll play in the Comcast tournament President's Day weekend, then finish the regular season at Natick February 20th before playoffs begin the following week.